Cái mình đó
English
cả mình tiếng Trung
Luangdilat
sai hay
translation.
sai Luangdimai mình đó Citizens Forum rồi đó organization sai Luangdilat
Luangdilat
Khuang
Khuang forms a part of
an operation su vấn đề sai là bắt lon su vấn đề
initiated by the Luangdimai
first April
Citizens
rồi
Forum.
bây giờ đi tổng bác không vậy tao vậy cái dễ lên có bấm mày dễ lên quy của bấm mày gồm mày tham cái dễ mày tham cái dễ mày tham cái tụi tao participate xuống là bấm mày mình cũng tao tao hay cái thầy của họ bấm mày ta cái nó bấm mày mấy cái right now 91st anniversary of chụp report bên này ta cái này đi bấm tụi em đi tụi mương này cái sao nào còn mấy cái mình là support số lượng tụi mình tụi Luangdilat Khuang không vậy mấy cái mình là support số lượng của mấy tụi nó lục gai này cái sao mình hay new back rồi này hay đi tụi thế ai Johnson còn mày the level field forum tụi joint secretary xuống này không mấy giờ tụi nó mấy tụi là bấm hay best wish này tán mà mấy buổi thì future crossman thằng này guide không mình sẽ vấn đề sao mình gọi
The idea of Zelengrong, or the idea of our old names that the British gave us, such as Kabui and Kachanaga, are essentially attempts by the past colonial state and the feudal state to deprive the people of our identity, to deprive the people of the right to be a people, a community, a nation, or the right to have self-determination. Now, Luangdimai Citizens Forum is a movement that seeks to interrogate this colonial discourse, which seeks to deprive the people of their right to have their own identity, the right to have their own sense of language and community. We all know how the colonial system, the colonial state suppressed the people they colonized. The colonial system, to indicate their superiority, they call the people they colonize as primitive people, primitive tribe, or people who are like child who cannot take decisions on their own. And so they gave different terms. They use particularly the colonial anthropology. People who are doing colonial anthropology will be very aware of these issues. Colonial anthropology acted as a handmaiden of the colonial system, the knowledge system that they suppressed. So this system structurally suppressed us for a long time, and many of the people that they suppressed, even after independence, continues to be in our thinking, in our discourse. So, Zelengrong people or Luangdimai people, unlike others, are bound or caught up in these difficult situations. One, we are still, because of the system that we are living in, the system that calls you tribe, primitive tribe, backward tribe, we are there. And the names that they give. And then of course, we have also our own weaknesses in our own system. In addition to the injustice done by the colonial system, the colonial discourse, we have in our society, in Zelengrong society also, discourse that tends to exclude one another, discourse that tends to indicate that we are different linguistically. So these are some of the challenges that we continue to confront every day, be it in our school, be it in our college, universities, in government offices, public places. We continue to confront this injustice done to us by the colonial system. So Luangdimai Citizens Forum has taken note of this and taken the step called the Luangdilat project. The Luangdilat project is not an attempt to create a new language. In fact, it is an attempt to revisit, relook the languages that we spoke. So the emphasis of Luangdimai Citizens Forum and its Luangdilat project is an attempt to revisit, rethink, and relook, reuse the language that we call Saralat. So I think the next speakers will be dwelling more upon that. So Saralat is supposed to be the bridge for the 4 or more languages, the variants, Luangdilat variants that we have. We call Zelat, Lianglat, Ronglat, and Puilat. So Luangdilat Khuang is an attempt, a small baby step towards reaching the so-called mutually unintelligible languages that we confront, whereupon we base our identities. So this is the small step taken up by Luangdimai Citizens Forum, and I believe people will look forward and help us in this journey. It is a process. It is not one event kind of a product. It is going to be improvised each year, and in the coming years, we'll look forward to your suggestions and comments also. So Luangdimai Citizens Forum's Luangdilat Khuang is an attempt to bridge the gaps that had been left behind because of the past, the bitter past that we had, the bitter past that was created by Samari. So this 1st April was also deliberately chosen to indicate, to symbolize that the spaces, the gaps that we had the gaps that have come in between our people can be bridged through events such as Zouk. Zouk, of course, stopped the vendetta of head hunting or head taking, but Zouk was unable to bridge the what we call the mutually unintelligible languages barriers. So Luangdilat Khuang being released today is an attempt to reinforce the idea that we can do it. We can overcome our differences or the seemingly big barriers that we already have or we have. And one more thing before I close, we all know the northeastern people speaks languages which are deemed to be endangered. Most of the languages spoken in the Northeast are deemed to be endangered because they are not spoken beyond their families, beyond their homes. So LCF takes this Luangdilat Khuang for us. This is an opportunity by bridging the 4 or more variants that we have. We believe that this would be an opportunity for us, for our young people, for our younger generations, our children and children's, so that they can speak Luangdilat outside of their homes, not only their home, but outside of their homes, and become a lingua franca, a pedagogical lingua franca, that they can learn, they can teach, they can learn not only at home, culturally, as a cultural item or a cultural event, but also as a part of school, college, and entire education system. So this is the brief idea that we have in our minds. So with these few notes, I would like to once again welcome each and every one of you to to this event to release Luangdilat Khuang and also observe the 91st anniversary of Zoo. And we look forward to having more deeper conversation with each and every one of you. With these few words, I want to say once again, welcome and thank you.
Tingdam Po Pamay, who was the member of the Suk Sumay, was my grandpa, as well as the language that we are going to release today, Luangdilat Khuang, was the brainchild of the All Zelengrong Student Union. That is what I want to share. In 1983, way back to 40 years, that was in 1983, during the 7th General Conference of All Zelengrong Student Union, which was held at Tianjin, Loktak Project. The student organization, during the Dimki, during the assembly, the All Zelengrong Student Union adopted a resolution that we have to start working on the common language. After 1983, it was in 2004, Dr. Ilung Keve Zeliang, he compiled a book called Learning Zelengrong Dialect in 2004. And I was elected as the president of All Zelengrong Student Union in 2010 at Namsing, and in 2012 at the General Conference, 21st General Conference, which was held at Mahay Namsi, adopted a resolution that will form a language commission. And during the conference, we have appointed 5 members. Sri Dr. Ilung Kebe Zeliang as a chairman, Sri Aaron Azingbo Pamay as a secretary, Caleb Pamay, member, Ramkui Niumay, member, and ID Zeliang, the 5 members of the Language Commission. And in 2013, in the early part of 2013, our first gathering, the gathering of SZSU and Language Commission, was held at Delhi. I request one of my brother, Samson Kamson, brother, you have to book us a hotel where 7 of us will be together in a hotel. You have to choose the best hotel and the cheapest one, so that we can stay 7 days and 7 nights in a hotel we are going to work. So we start in 2013, and we all come together in Delhi, staying in confined in a one room, and we start this work. And in 2013, the Zelengrong Baudi, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland endorsed the resolution taken by the SZSU, and they endorsed and with Baudi and SZSU formed reappoint the committee. And in 2015, during the conference at Khuang, this booklet, Zelengrong language was published by EJDSU in 2015 again. And in 2018, EJDSU Baudi with Luangdimai Citizen Forum sit together, have a meeting and endorse and authorize the Luangdimai Citizen Forum to go for Luangdilat. That was how from Zelengrong language to Luangdilat was come, and today we are going to see a dictionary which is published by the Luangdilat Khuang, which is published by the Luangdimai Citizen Forum. This is a brief note I want to present you, and I hope our new student friends, especially the students' friends, it is you who to read and it is you who to start this project, and without you this project will not be a successful one. I think after this program, I think every one of us will have a copy and will start learning. Thank you so much.
Quy Long Quy Long đi